Welcome back, my friends. Yes, it's not Thursday, it's Wednesday. So we're on Wednesday today. So if you're watching this tomorrow, I did this yesterday. And if you're watching this today, I'm going to not do it tomorrow. Does that make sense? Okay, what I want to talk about today, I've seen some disturbing things in the newspapers about teachers. Teachers have gone on strike. And teachers do go on strike because they're lefties. And we wonder why our children are all a little bit mad and don't know if they're boys, girls, Arthur or Martha, or God knows what. But I saw a picture of some teachers in a park having a picnic. It was in the Daily Mail. So here's the picture. Look at the frigging state of these people. Aren't teachers supposed to set an example? We had great teachers at school. We had a boys' school. We never had any women teachers because I think we'd break them. And we were quite hard. South East London, Charlton, actually. It was a great school. I managed to sneak me away, and I didn't stay long. I left when I was just before I was 15, I think. I didn't officially leave. I just went sick for a while. Actually went carp fishing in a wonderful place called Horton Kirby. But let's have a look at the state of some of these teachers. These are the teachers that don't tell the parents, but they've, marked the children's card that they can be girls, boys, or both, or a rabbit, or a cat that sits in the corner and purrs and cocks its leg into a little thing in the back. So the teachers are on strike. What else has gone wrong? I'm going to talk to everybody on Ustream, because it take too long to talk here, about my absolute 2 nightmare journeys on trains. And shame on those magistrates who banned me for 12 months. A nice judge gave me 6 months of it back. But it's still hell, absolute hell. I can't get from A to B. So that's the teachers and the schools have screwed up and have ruined. The NHS, this is another one we'll talk about here. This DVD, which I've signed 100 of them this morning to send out. If you want to buy one, go to ustream.news/shop, okay, and you can buy this. And this is a whole hour of how the NHS nearly bloody killed me. Thank God for private medicine. I'm a great believer in that. And I was watching all these morning programmes, and they're saying, oh, you can't have a go at the NHS. It's the NHS 75th year. Well, what's in a worse state, the NHS or Joe Biden? We'll be talking about all these things in a bit. But let's talk about Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe, our American hands across the sea, our allies, our great people. Anyway, he's decided now that Ben Wallace, who is a brilliant defence secretary, who wants to become head of NATO, well, Joe Biden's put the block on that. And not only has he put the block on that, he's backing Ursula van Rentel. Ursula van der Rentel to become, she's a foreign European person, remember? Those nice Europeans, to be the head of NATO. Well, it's absolutely bloody ridiculous. This is America for you. America, where a woman got eaten by an alligator the other day. Did you see that? There was this alligator chasing a man up from the lake, and a woman went down there, and it killed her and was sort of keeping her like a sandwich for later. What's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? I know the difference between a bison and a buffalo. You can't wash your hands in a buffalo. Right, so here we go. Happy 4th of July for yesterday. I did mention it on Ustream, but to all you people who don't watch Ustream and just watch YouTube, well done for doing that. Press subscribe if you like it. But here's a little bit of America for you, straight from Ustream, and you members that are watching this as well. Have it again. This is Scott Caputo, one of my favourite comedians, and he's American. God bless America.
So Joe Biden was in Ireland last week claiming his Irish heritage because all Americans have some sort of heritage in Europe. Joe's happens to be, gulp, gulp, fell off the bike. Did you know that? It's no longer LGBTIQ plus in America, it's 2S LGBTIQ plus. What is the 2S, you may ask? It's two spirits. Because some people have a second person that it's a voice. Americans, they hear voices. And that's why some of this shit's happening. And that second voice deserves as much attention and as little gluten as the other voice. Grades, what are your grades? What are your test scores? What were your, extracurricular activities? And Justice Kavanaugh has Well, we know his extracurricular activities were sexual harassment and rape, which seemed to help him in his application process.
Okay, he's the most dangerous comedian I have ever seen. We must take a second to talk a little bit about Fiona Phillips. She's I've always found her slightly scary, very to the point. She's a presenter. She goes back a few years. She's 61 years of age. And she's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And of course, there's lots of jokes about Alzheimer's, and I'm not going to tell one of them here. But I read how alarming it was that she thought it was the menopause because of the brain fog and everything. Well, I'm suffering a bit of that myself at the moment. Let's hope it's nothing more but that. But it did say in the paper that poor Fiona, and we wish her success, and you know, I don't need to say anything, do I? But it does say you have to have a little look to see the signs. And here's some of the signs. Listen to this. Changes in humour. It says, if you like Mr. Bean and slapstick. Now, my favourite things, you know this, I've told you before, Laurel and Hardy and Tom and Jerry. They are the most slapstick, funny thing I've ever seen. So that's one of the things. Okay? Swearing is not good. Swearing. That's a sign. What? I'm not going to swear anymore now, that's it. Bad parking. Well, my car is still parked where it was a month and a half ago. Getting covered in seagull shit and crap, so it can't be that. Swearing a lot, we've covered that one. Giving money away. Well, I'm getting divorced, and so that's giving money away, isn't it? And dressing scruffy. Look, the day I decide I'm not wearing a suit because I'm really, really busy, it is scary, and we wish her all the best. So there you go, folks. Let's have a talk about these bloody scruffy teachers and the NHS and the bloody train system. Oh, I swear to God, the trains. Why is it that none of them train guards can speak properly? The PA system is shit, and they just love the sound of their own voice, don't they? Drive you mad. Come over to Ustream and I'll tell you all about it. Go to ustream.com. Come on, get off the fence.
Jim Davidson is back for his brand new live concert for 2023.
Stop. Please don't put a camera up my arse. Do you know what you said? Come on, be a sport.
Jim Davidson live but only just. It's new and exclusive to Ustream now.